Good morning. In the last lecture, we talked about the operators needed for expectation value of dynamical variables of a particle in motion. After having thorough idea of operators, let us move to the last but one article of this unit, this chapter. That is Schrödinger equation, steady state form. Steady state form is time independent form of Schrödinger equation. Earlier we studied time dependent form of Schrödinger equation. This is time independent form of Schrödinger equation. It is also known as steady state form of Schrödinger equation. The parameters here are independent of time. They do not vary with time. They will remain same, invariable with respect to time. And therefore, this form of Schrödinger equation is known as time independent form of Schrödinger equation or steady state form of Schrödinger equation. Earlier we derived equation for wave function of unrestricted or a free particle in motion having energy E and momentum. And the equation is this: psi is equal to A e to the power minus I by h cross into Pt minus Ps. Equation 1. Let us have a look into this equation. We find that equation 1 for wave function psi of the unrestricted particle has two parts. This is common to both. This corresponding to time variable, this corresponding to position variable. It means that this wave function psi is function of position and time. That is psi is function of position x and time. Earlier Schrödinger equation, time dependent form of Schrödinger equation, was derived by taking into consideration equation 1. Steady state form of Schrödinger equation is time independent form of Schrödinger equation, and therefore this wave function could not be used in this form to get steady state form of Schrödinger equation. We have to modify this Schrödinger equation. In some cases, the potential energy of a particle influenced by external forces may be independent of time. The potential energy of the particle in motion may be decided only by position of the particle. It means that the wave function psi will be only function of a position. It will not be function of time. As the potential energy is only function of position, not function of time. We have to derive, we have to get that form of wave function which is dependent only on position. And accordingly, we have to modify the Schrödinger equation. which will be independent of time, which will be in the steady state form. To have this Schrodinger equation in steady state form, let us calculate equation 1. Let me write equation 1 this way. Psi. I am writing psi this way. Let me call this as composite psi. Composite psi, the wave function psi, which is function of both position and time. And this is written as A into e to the power. Let us have product of this and this term. That will give us minus I E by h cross into t into. Let us have product of this exponent and this exponent. Minus minus plus I P by h cross into x. Equation number. The wave function psi in equation 1 is now written as this one. Psi, function of x and t, written as A. A is a constant. Time dependent part of wave functions. Position dependent part of wave function psi. We want only position dependent part of wave function psi to derive the steady state form of Schrodinger equation. We don't want the time dependent portion, time dependent form of the wave function. Let us combine these two so that this composite wave function psi may be wave function psi which is position dependent into e to the power minus IE by h cross into t. Equation number. Equation 3 is the expression for composite wave function, which is function of position and time. This side is that portion of wave function which is only position dependent. This part is time dependent portion, time dependent part of this wave function. If stationary forces are acting on the unrestricted particle in motion, then variations in the time function will not change form of the wave function for the unrestricted particle. Keeping this thing in mind, let us write the time dependent form of Schrodinger equation. Time dependent form of Schrodinger equation is this: I by h cross dou psi by dou t is equal to h cross square divided by 2m dou psi by dou x square minus d psi. Equation number. We already derived time dependent form of this Schrodinger equation. I by h cross dou psi by dou t is equal to h cross square divided by 2m dou psi by dou x square minus d psi. Let us substitute this psi is equal to this from equation 3 into equation 4. Substituting equation 3 into equation 4, we may get R by h cross dou by dou t of psi e to the power minus I by h cross into t is equal to h cross square divided by 2m dou 2 by dou x square psi e to the power minus I by h cross into p minus b into psi e to the power minus I e by h cross into p. Psi is function of position, so it is constant when t is the variable. It can be simply taken outside. Differentiate this with respect to t, it will be e to the power minus I e by h cross into p into differentiation of the exponent will be minus I e by h cross, because differentiation of t with respect to t will be 1. Keeping this in mind, let us write the LHS is I by h cross epsilon into e to the power minus I e by h cross t into minus I e divided by h cross. Time dependent function not to be differentiated with respect to x. X is the position variable, and so first term of LHS is h cross square divided by 2m dou 2 psi by dou x square. This term is constant with respect to x, so just put this term as it is here, minus I by h cross into t minus v psi. This is the constant term. Let us put this as it is, e to the power minus I e by h cross into. Here we have e to the power minus I e by h cross into t. The same term here, the same term here. This term can be sent to RHS, so it will identically cancel with this term and with this term. Let us do the same. Cancel this bracket with this bracket and with this bracket. Once the identical terms on both sides are cancelled, let us collect the remaining terms. Minus I minus I square. I square is minus 1, so minus I square will be 1. So it will be is h cross by pi is what h cross pi. So this I get cancelled with this I. This h cross get cancelled with this h cross. What left? Minus e and psi. What about here? H cross square by 2m dou 2 psi by dou x square minus d psi. So let us collect the terms which are left here. And these terms are minus e psi is equal to h cross square divided by 2m dou 2 psi by dou x square minus d psi. After cancelling the identical terms on both sides, remaining terms are collected, written here. Let us transfer this minus t side to this side, so that we may have this minus E psi from LHS taken to the RHS, and therefore all the three terms will come on one side, other side will be 0. This minus E psi after coming to the other side will become plus E psi. E psi minus V psi, take this psi common from these two terms. Now or this may be further equation number 5. So what we have done here, we have multiplied this equation throughout by 2m by h cross square without making any change. So this get cancelled, and first term will be simply due to psi by 2x square plus 2m by h cross square into E minus V into psi is equal to 0, equation 5. This is one-dimensional steady state form of Schrodinger equation. Equation 5 is one-dimensional steady state form of Schrodinger equation. Similarly, we can write three-dimensional steady state form of Schrodinger equation. Three-dimensional steady state form of Schrodinger equation is this. This is three-dimensional steady state form of Schrodinger equation. Single positional variable is replaced by three positional variables. One-dimensional coordinate system is replaced by three-dimensional coordinate system with coordinates x, y, z. And therefore, equation 6 is three-dimensional steady state form of Schrodinger equation. By making use of Laplacian operator, del square is equal to dou 2 by dou x square plus dou 2 by dou y square plus dou 2 by dou z square in equation 6. By making use of this Laplacian operator in equation 6, three-dimensional steady state form of Schrodinger equation can now be written as del square psi plus 2m divided by h cross square into E minus V into psi is equal to 0, equation number 7. Equation 6 and 7 are same. 7 written in Laplacian operator form using Laplacian operator. Equation 6 is not using Laplacian operator. Otherwise, both equations are same. 6 and 7 are same. So equation 6 or equation 7 is known as three-dimensional steady state form of Schrodinger equation. This is one way of getting steady state form of Schrodinger equation. There is one more way. There is one more way of getting steady state form of Schrodinger equation. What we do, we shall use the operators to get the steady state form of Schrodinger equation. What we do, we shall use these operators. This voltage P as total energy operator. This the kinetic energy operator. This the potential energy operator. Let me use this as operator equation for total energy. Total energy of any particle in motion is sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. I can use this as total energy operator. I can use this as kinetic energy operator. I can use this as potential energy operator. But how is the potential energy considered here for the particle in motion? It is only position dependent. As the potential energy of the particle in motion is only position dependent, it is constant. As this is constant, this total energy may also be constant. So, we shall take this E as it is in small case letter as total energy. We shall take this V as it is, not in small case letters, without boldface. We shall consider this capital E without boldface. Okay. This V also without boldface. What we need to find the total energy operator. We know that the total the kinetic energy operator. We know that kinetic energy of a particle is given by this equation. 2 to 3 times in this chapter we found this formula. T is equal to P square divided by T. Or if you want, I can derive this formula. Kinetic energy T is 1 by 2 m V square. Multiply and divide this by m. So you will now decide m square V square divided by 2m. But m into V is momentum P. M square V square is P square. And so it is simply P square divided by 2m. So kinetic energy of a particle in motion is given by the formula P square divided by 2m. We can use momentum operator. What is momentum operator? We found this in operators. Energy operator is given by I cross go by dou t. You are having this, and this momentum operator P is h cross divided by I into dou by dou x. So let us put this momentum operator here in this case so that we can get the total kinetic energy operator. So the kinetic energy operator will be 1 divided by 2m. For this P square we have to put this h cross divided by I dou by dou x square of this, that is equal to 1 divided by 2m into h cross square divided by I square dou 2 by dou x square. But you know I square is minus. So this is simply minus h cross square divided by 2m into dou 2 by dou x square. This is the kinetic energy operator. With this kinetic energy operator, this equation can be written as E is equal to minus h cross square divided by 2m into dou 2 by dou x square plus we have the identity psi is equal to psi. Multiply this identity by this operator equation. If we multiply this identity by this operator equation, we may have E psi is equal to minus h cross square divided by 2m dou 2 psi by dou x square plus v psi. Let us transfer these two terms to this side so that we may further have h cross square divided by 2m into dou 2 psi by dou x square plus e psi minus v psi is equal to 0. If this psi is taken common, we will further have E minus V into psi is equal to 0. Equation number 8. And now multiply this equation throughout by 2m by h cross square to get this equation. You may call this as equation number 9. Multiply this equation on both sides by 2m by h cross square. This will get cancelled here. 2m by h cross square will appear and we will come to this equation. You can call this as equation number 9. And what is this? This is one-dimensional steady-state form of Schrödinger equation. This can be converted to three-dimensional steady-state form of Schrödinger equation. Now, equation number 10. And what you have done in deriving three-dimensional steady-state Schrödinger equation from one-dimensional space is replaced by three-dimensional space with coordinates x, y, z. And if you further use the Laplacian operator, del square is equal to dou 2 by dou square plus dou 2 by dou y square plus dou 2 by dou z square. Equation 10 can now be written as equation 11. Del square psi plus 2m by h cross square into e minus v into psi is equal to 0. Equation 11. The three-dimensional steady-state form of Schrödinger equation. These are the two ways to derive steady-state form of Schrödinger equation. Time-independent form of Schrödinger equation. So this is about steady-state form of Schrödinger equation or time-independent form of Schrödinger equation. I have derived each and every step. Hope you understood it. If you have any questions regarding this, you may ask your questions. Convey your questions to me. Thank you.